ghosts, yes. Carrying on where we left off, hauntings and people who contact the dead. What's going on there? Okay, first of all, I'm going to look at fake mediums and magicians, because basically they are the same act, but they have different claims. A fake medium's act would consist of any combination of the following. That would be cold reading, hot reading, flattery, magic tricks, sleight of hand, luck, and most importantly, showmanship. In general, you have two main types of medium. Number one, a warm, welcoming, overly spiritual and relaxed person. The second type is someone more professional looking, who probably has like degrees on their wall. Either way, you've got a strong persona that says, I'm the real deal, we are going to contact the dead, baby. And that encourages openness and trust and general compliance from its audience. It's less Sherlock deducing the state of your marriage from the state of your fingers, and more extracting information from you without you realising that they've done so. Let's say I was giving you a reading and I said, it's your great-grandmother. She's worried about your health. Does that make sense to you? If you then go, no, or just you give that look, then I can go, I don't mean your physical health, I mean emotionally. And then you can either go, yeah, I understand, or you can go, nah. And if you go, nah, then I've also got an out by going, well, it must be in the future, because ghosts can see the future, you know. She's worried there's going to be something that will happen soon which will impact you emotionally, and you need to watch out for that. There is a get out of jail free card for everything, and if you hit, then that makes you look like a miracle worker. The main thing that makes these acts impressive and believable is quite simply suggestion. This is the reason why, even without all the techniques I just mentioned, people who genuinely believe real mediums are so convincing. If you have this sense of, oh, something's going to happen, then you are going to pick up on things happening more. For example, if you believe that you are going to commune with the dead, then chances are you're going to come away going, I just communed with the dead. That's it for part one. I didn't want to go into too much detail because these techniques are really what more honourable entertainers use to earn a living. So I don't want to give too much away without sort of like breaking the magic for you spectators, and I know I'm not going to ruin their jobs by explaining just a little bit of how they do a little bit of what they do, but you know, honour, yes, that's what I do. Part 2. So, what about all the ghost stories that don't have mediums in them, I hear you chime? What about haunted houses and evil presences and ghosts standing at the foot of your bed? Well, here is my most favourite and most excellent answer, and that is suggestion again. Yeah. Suggestion is the main overriding reason why anyone ever experiences any paranormal activity, ever. Tests have proven over and over again that if you send two groups of people around the same area and tell one of them that the place is haunted, then one group will come back and report nothing unusual, and the other group will come back crying. They will report everything, strange noises, feelings, maybe being touched by a ghost, or even seeing a ghost, strange breezes, strange presences, absolutely anything and everything interpreted in a paranormal way, just because someone's told them this place is haunted. Suddenly it is. They don't even have to believe it, but they experience all this multitude of maddening things. It's brilliant. I love suggestion. A really interesting kind of ghost phenomena is the old someone standing at the end of your bed thingy. In a typical experience, you're lying in bed, ready to sleep or having just woken up. At some point, you look up and see a figure at the end of the bed. Some people find this really scary, some find this unusually peaceful and are very relaxed about it and might just fall off to sleep anyway. Other people might find themselves like frozen in fear and find that they can only break free once the apparition slowly dissolves away. People always believe these ones because they're so vivid. But they're not ghosts. They are something really, really interesting a psychological phenomenon known as sleep paralysis. What happens is you're in this strange sort of state between your waking and your sleeping life, and something goes a little bit wrong. Your body is convinced that you're still asleep, so you can't move. Meanwhile, your mind is sort of somewhere in between the two. So, you can think normally and go, what's going on here? But at the same time, your brain is still producing the same brainwaves it makes when you're sort of drifting off, which is why people experience these sorts of visions at this stage. Some people don't experience anything at all, but really, what you see is limited only by your imagination. I read somewhere that a guy woke up and thought there was a giant man-eating Venus flytrap in the room with him. Terrifying at the time, but funny now. In the olden days, the church explained sleep paralysis as ugly little demons, incubi and succubi, which sat on your chest while you were sleeping and tried to eat your soul or have sex with you. Nice one, church. Did you know that sleeping makes girls wet and makes guys hard? It is true, which is why these encounters, whether they feature ghosts, goblin imp things or potted plants, can actually turn out to be sexual. And last of all, ghost photography, which, yeah, that's just rubbish, isn't it? All of those photographs you see are either deliberate hoaxes, so photoshopped, staged, camera tricks, or they've done a camera trick on accident, resulting in like blurry figures, unnatural shadows, or there's a really popular one which is spirit spheres, which are apparently ghosts that manifest in sphere form and can only be photographed, but they're actually dust particles lit up by light from the camera flash. That is it. That is everything that I wanted to tell you. I will be explaining Ouija in the next one, where I actually do a bit of Ouija, so that will be very fun. I hope you're looking forward to it, because I am. Yes. Joke. I was going to tell you a joke at the end of every one, and the joke for the day, which I made up, I remember it, I do. What is it? Why did the ghost cross the road? It was haunting the chicken.